Yo, chat, what it do, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood Bowser supporter, and I am currently on vacation from doing Cursed Boots action, which I have some Cursed Boots legends visiting us here in chat. And welcome aboard, everybody, to some league action with our elites from the Kingslayer division. On our left, we have our meme overlord MidiGuy, who actually got me into the Randomizer community alongside Johnny Link, the frog tactician extraordinaire HUmanMustard, who I often call as Froggy, and DLP, who is DannyPSpeed. We are in week number 2. And you know what that means. It is going to be auto-scrollers aplenty. So 5-9 and Atlantis are not going to be the only things our runners are going to fear. We are going to be fearing 7-4 amongst a myriad of other things. So, are you ready, chat? Because I know that I am ready. These are the tacticians among all tacticians here. The legends of all legends. On tracker duty, we have one of the greatest trackers and runners ever, and that is Boss Dust, who rolled this seed. So let's go. Boss Dust, whenever you're ready to release the Kraken, we will be ready. And Let's hear it for our runners. So get your pom-poms ready. Let's hope that our runners have to work for it. And you know they will, because I didn't roll it. I only roll for our Tanukis because you know I roll jetties for your betties and baby seeds. So we know that our runners are naturally going to go to item-rich levels and worlds because of the fact that they do not get mushroom houses. So Boss Dust rolled this wonderful seed. And now as the time clicks away, let's see if we're going to see some World 4, World 5, business, and Boss Dust putting in the current score counts. We have DannyPSpeed in the lead right now with 18 points, MidiGuy with 12 points, and the Froggy Tactician with 9 points. So MidiGuy doing his dip into World 3. So we got some bold strategies going on HUmanMustard's side, you know, with us seeing that Boss Dust is invalid, just like me on the daily. DannyPSpeed in World 4, and we have Midi now in World 4. So we have some 6-6 action going on, 3F2 again for HUmanMustard, and some bro action for MidiGuy. So we're going to see our first item grab, which is an anchor. Just to let you guys know, it's $5 off the item price for whatever the anchor entails. So DannyPSpeed now armed with a fire flower, and Froggy now going through 7-6-0, baby, taking that slight penalty to yeet himself out of there. And now we're going to try to find a power-up because you want to clip out of there as soon as possible. And it turns out to be a Tozzle Star, not what HUmanMustard was hoping for at all. So we're going to leave out with a hope and a dream. And John breaking up some facts here. It is, if the anchor is for frog suit, you can't do the water trick. Oh no, no activation of water. And if it's a cloud, yes, you have to pay a 50 coin price tag. Also, pyramid action for HUmanMustard. And we're about to go downstairs in 3-9 on MidiGuy's side. No H-jump action for DannyPSpeed. We're going downstairs for him. Armed with a fire flower, a little bit better in terms of item. But I do like the fact that, you know, you go in and you get a little peepee. We have HUmanMustard in one of our hand stages, the cheap hand stage. Cheap getting a little extra friendly. And we're in Spike Fort for both DannyPSpeed and MidiGuy, both rushing to pick on poor innocent Boom Boom who doesn't bother anybody. Meanwhile, HUmanMustard got some star action going on in the cheap stage. And Tozzle, our Canadian legend, in chat right now, being proud of all the star usage. And no, there's no baby seed because I did not roll it, chat. Also, HUmanMustard in a better clipping position for 7-6. Big boy Mario, so we're gonna see some attempts here. Get the early jumps though. Not in a very good position for clipping for our Frogmaster, but that's okay. And MidiGuy dipping out first with DannyPSpeed hot on his tail. Mismatch cards does lead to the 2-up, and we are seeing some excellent usage of the statue strats, getting rewarded with nothing but pain and anguish for that bro fight. Now Midi is dipping into the ship, so right now DannyPSpeed on the World 4 airship. Is this even randomized to go against the home field advantage Iggy, who is a little chunky and earthquakey? So let's see what we're gonna get. More likely than not, we're gonna try to see the off-screen wand grab on MidiGuy's side. DannyPSpeed, the first one who's gonna be out of World 4, and a stone grab, but that doesn't happen. Good try, Midi. You tried. Oh, that's right! Clipping is disabled for week 2. Oh no! And I forgot too! So, that is absolutely horrible. And speaking of horrible, DannyPSpeed gets the blessed level. And Boss Dust is giving us all some a reminder that he did actually posted that clipping is disabled. I had a brain fart, you know. I just finished eating, so my brain is still going. DannyPSpeed in everybody's favorite fort, y'all. The fort of love and happiness. Or, as someone from the casual boot side decided to name it, Bowser's Piranha Plant of Doom. I think that was what they named it, and I probably botched up that. Bowser's Plant Expo had to go back up and rewind, but And we have one of the greatest Zelda 3 runners join us in the chat, and it is the Bingo Destroyer. Nochi has just joined us. Welcome, Nochi. Good to have you join us. And as you join, you know, it is great to see the World 7 airship for our Frogmaster, HUmanMustard. Meanwhile, MidiGuy getting through 7-4, questioning all of his life decisions right now. DannyPSpeed picks on poor innocent Boom Boom, and we are moving on. So, and some people in chat saying they would actually know about a 7-4. No! 7-4 is one that you play. One does not skip 7-4. And we are on MidiGuy's side in Alaska with no flight privileges, so you know that we are on Spirit, Southwest, JetBlue, and Allegiant Air right now. For those of you watching across the pond, we got some EasyJet and Ryanair for you. And MidiGuy taking out poor innocent Boom Boom, while we have HUmanMustard and World 4 DannyPSpeed taking out our little old bro. And we have Muncher Run for Fun action on DannyPSpeed's side, and Potable Hand Stage on MidiGuy's side. And Blessed level action on HUmanMustard's side, 6-6. And DannyPSpeed getting through that level quicker. And, oh, here we go. We're going to see for the first time one of our elites handle one of the wonderful ship stages. So here you're going to see Smush Strats, which is where our runners actually get smushed. And Midi actually going for the whole ship. I am, color me shocked. I am holding my church pearls right now. That is how shocked I am at this. This here is something I was not expecting to see. All right, and on DannyPSpeed's side, an unclippable 7-5, y'all. He is having to play through our favorite travel destination. You come to 7-5 to Alcatraz, you stay, you enjoy the fun. 3-9 action on HUmanMustard's side, bro finished action. And World 5 for MidiGuy. Oh, baby! And, oh, I'm about to toss my hat up Billy Martin from the Yankees, because it is my least favorite stage. Niagara Falls on MidiGuy's side, but MidiGuy dips out of that. And we are moving on while DannyPSpeed is enjoying one of the greatest levels in 7-5, with HUmanMustard missing his star in Spike Fort. And we have MidiGuy missing the first, not being able to do the first class clip, so that is a feels bad man moment, having to go through the downstairs on the World 6 airship to fight our resident BUM extraordinaire Vanilla Roy. And we are moving out of World 5 for MidiGuy, so we got 2 in the hole for Midi right now. And DannyPSpeed now going into the World 5 airship to go against our usual Salt Master, Morton Koopa Jr. Let's see where he is in terms of salt. That is no sodium on Morton with that one hit and quit. And now on to HUmanMustard using his normal mode to get through that Gelectro field. And we are in World 1 for MidiGuy, in which I know chat is saluting for the Air Force, the hardest working military. DannyPSpeed giving us some showmen with the Tanuki command. So as MidiGuy goes through the airships, where we're getting those salutes for, we have HUmanMustard going through getting that Iggy racked all over. Iggy is onesie dunsy, 2 in the hole for HUmanMustard. So now let's see where Froggy goes. Will we get a quick level World 1 like Midi is doing? And we're getting 7-4 with the Tanuki suit. And voluntarily taking the wonderful cuddle strat to end 7-4. And we're getting fanfare, so MidiGuy showing some wonderful, showmanship by giving chat what they like the most, and that is some fireworks action. And we have some Sumo Bros on the World 6 tile set gets rewarded with a hammer. And we have World 6 action for HUmanMustard. Meanwhile, DannyPSpeed getting himself, I would like to say, a voluntary game over to reset those lives. We will say that he is intentionally doing that, going through the potable hand stage again. And meanwhile, MidiGuy just tearing Larry apart, making him regret all his life's decisions. Potable hand stage giving DannyPSpeed a trash room for his trouble, dodging that coin chip. And armed with 12 bucks, we get nada. So now we're gonna go up and go through the pipe in World 5 for DannyPSpeed. We are moving and shaking on HUmanMustard's side in World 6. Gets rewarded with one of our best stages, 8-1. And MidiGuy now getting to visit everybody's favorite fort, and that is 7F2. Will probably volunteer to donate his Tanuki suit to pay the plant tax, and that is A-OK. And DannyPSpeed now going through the downstairs, as you can't get any first class clipping because clipping is disabled. And we have HUmanMustard, who was trying his hardest to get that mushroom, unfortunately couldn't get it in time, and now unfortunately gets bricked by a rock blocking that pipe. So we're gonna do some battle with a fire set of bros on that World 6 tile. Gets rewarded with a big old can of diddly squat. And we have Spike Fort action. We have World 1 bootleg fort action on MidiGuy's side. And gets a hammer for a note on DannyPSpeed's side. So we're going to see World 3. And I believe he has 2 hammers, so we're probably... I guess we're not going to see World 3. World 1! So we're going to see some World 1 action on DannyPSpeed's side. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. World 6 on DannyPSpeed's side. Okay, so we're committing to World 6 on DannyPSpeed's side. Meanwhile, DannyPSpeed, let's see if the hot feet are gonna be obedient. They are tolerable. We'll go with that. And we have 8-2 for HUmanMustard. And we are flying instead of jumping for love using the I'm moving as the immovable statue. And you gotta love it, folks. Got to love it. Yes, I know. I am 0-2. I am 0-2. DannyPSpeed is keeping me guessing, you know? Gotta love it. Also, MidiGuy in a rough spot there gets rewarded with a Radio Shack cassette player. And we have some run for fun action on DannyPSpeed's side, a beta level. And we are onesie dunsy and lava fart action on HUmanMustard's side, also known as the sauna. And look at that statue go. This is absolutely amazing. And we have Muncher Run for action on MidiGuy's side. DannyPSpeed is just doing his best to speed through World 6. So we are using these Tanuki suits. These runners are showing us how it is done. They are bobbing and weaving, ducking and dodging. And we are getting our salutes out for the super tanks on HUmanMustard's side. Because we always... Yes, we are retro gamers here, chat. Also, so we gotta go retro even with our businesses. So Radio Shack is the thing. And MidiGuy noping out of 7-5. How sad is that? Opting to give up the Tanuki suit for a raccoon lead. Now that's a bold strategy, Cotton. So MidiGuy is going up against that very weak Morton Cooper Jr. And we are out of 2 on MidiGuy's side. So we have 1, 2, 5, and 6 in the hole. No, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 in the hole. And this is open world for those of you who have joined us. This is like those choose your own adventure books that we used to read when we were in elementary school. You know, where you could choose your own adventure. Most of the time we would get burned by it. So we're in World 7. We're going to see some pipe action on MidiGuy's side. World 6 is not done. It just looks done. And this is where we get to play 3F2. Maybe, just maybe, I think he has a frog suit, so we may see him turn froggy. Yes! Go to page 78. There you go. And DannyPSpeed beating up on poor little Boom Boom. And yes, the fire flower does burn you. You have $15. Use Tanuki suit. Go to page, 63. And we are going to Mini Guy. Are we you can't even tail clip. So this is why, Jade probably didn't want to commentate today because she knew that tail clipping wouldn't be a thing. And Mini Guy is opting to, I believe he has a cloud. I believe he has a cloud. No, he has a P-Wing. Even better. He can fly right over the stage. Excellent use. So, forget about the cloud. Use your P-Wing. Even better. So, now we're going to use Piranha stage on Midi Guy's side. Is going to get, pain and anguish. We have flight privileges for HUmanMustard in Alaska. That's a feels good man moment. And Midi Guy is on the World 7 airship, about to do battle with our Concerto Master. We have DannyPSpeed and Super Tanks. This is why item management is a thing, chat. Because 7-6, if you have a P-Wing, you don't gotta play the level. And Concerto Master is Dunzo. And we are moving on. So now we have some HUmanMustard opting. Taking a strategic game over. Had to figure that out. Gets the life refill going on. And now we have World 6 action going on Midi Guy's side. So Midi Guy going through one of the blessed levels to one. And kind of in a precarious position right now, but that's okay. Alright, HUmanMustard replaying that for pain and anguish, you gotta love it. Meanwhile, we have Midi Guy jumping for some love. Pepperoni given, that's something I would think of, pepperoni. I am actually quite impressed by that. Sudden death, one life only. Ooh, ooh. I like that. Let me see if I could garner up some brave souls to do it. I think I'll get vetoed the minute I even bring that up, but I shall do my best. I shall do my best. But the minute I mention it, they will 86 that so hard. And DannyPSpeed giving us a command. And we have a choice, and the choice is World 1. And we have beta leveling for Midi Guy. And the bane of my existence, Niagara Falls for HUmanMustard. So, Froggy getting the pacifist route. And let's see where DannyPSpeed is going next. And it is Pipeland. And 8-1 for Midi Guy. I tried before when I wanted to make a Dark Souls version. Fixed items, no additional lives randomizer. And they threw me out for that one. But I will try to get that one life sudden death one. I will do my best. I will say chat requested it. So, as MidiGuy does battle. Oh, here we go. DannyPSpeed showing us how to get P-Speed. And he does it. Let's go, Danny. Getting the 7.6 P-Speed with the Tanuksu. That's how you do it when you don't have a P-Wing on you. And now we are going through the Piranha stage on DannyPSpeed's side in World 7. And everybody's favorite stage, 5-3, with some fire nippers of love on HUmanMustard's side. And HUmanMustard accidentally hammered. Don't you hate when that happens? And we got a Patooey trying to gatekeep harder than most basketball players. And Fire Nipper is giving Mario a hot foot. You know, you gotta love when you get this enemy set in 5-3. And we are going downstairs on MidiGuy's side in 8-2. Oh, baby. DannyPSpeed giving us another Tanuke command finish. Let's go. So, be happy for some commands. And we have HUmanMustard invoking some maximum Tanukage. And you'll love to see it. Also gets the wonderful big jump. And on DannyPSpeed's side, we are going to see World 3 next. And we have lava fart action going on MidiGuy's side. So we have 5-3 for DannyPSpeed as well. Meanwhile, we are gonna have to exercise caution now on HUmanMustard's side in 6-10, trying to clip when clipping is slightly disabled. You know, that muscle memory just kicks in and you just want to do it, and then the body is just not able to. But HUmanMustard emerges triumphant in 6-10. And we have 0 casting haste for our runners. Yes, you know, depends on how much MP you have, but if you are in Chrono Trigger and Marley has learned it, then you are good to go. And we have Escalator Fort action going for HUmanMustard, Super Tanks for our MidiGuy, and DannyPSpeed trying to invoke E-Speed action in World 3 as he pursues forward into Escalator Fort. Hey Stega! Are we entering into Final Fantasy X? Let's go. Let's get Titus to be useful. let's get Titus to be useful, right guys? That's the only time we use Titus. Titus or Titus? You know, that's a good debate question, guys. I've always wondered that, you know. And HUmanMustard has been bailed out by finding another hammer, and we'll have the great debate in chat. Is it Titus? Is it Titus? I've always been a Titus person, but there are some people that say it is Titus. Titus! The writer said it was Titus, Kitsune. Alright, no! I've been doing it wrong. Well, it's not the first time I've been wrong. They say it's Titus, so we've been doing it wrong, guys. Oh no! Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Also, HUmanMustard now doing the full ship. You know, MidiGuy getting the off-screen one grab. Very good. Cutscene eliminated. DannyPSpeed getting some excellent auto-scroller. Yeah, I named him Titus, so I always named him after one of my relatives because I never used him, so it was all good. Also, DannyPSpeed getting rejected. He got Dikembe Mutombo'd right now, and that is hard. Okay, my team in Final Fantasy X was Lulu, Yuna, and Riku. In Final Fantasy X2, I played it for a couple of minutes. I did get all the accomplishments. I had to play it eventually because I'm a completionist. But holy moly, trying to get those mascot outfits, it was painful. And then when they did what they did for the ending, after you have to go through everything to get said ending, I was like, what the what? So I was like, that was just painful, and went back to playing Final Fantasy X. But if anybody played Final Fantasy X, you know the worst thing that was worse than Chocobo Racing was getting it for the best possible item for Lulu, and that was the Onion Knight, and that was dodging 200 lightning bolts, as HUmanMustard is dodging plant fire, and MidiGuy taking a dip in the ragu in Escalator Fort. You know, lightning dodging was punishment, but I played Final Fantasy X for my darling mother, and she loved the Onion Knight. She would not let me play with anything else, even though I could convert and make I could convert Cat Sith, I could convert Cactuar. No, she loved that little Onion Knight. So I had to go out there, dodge them lightning bolts to get that darn sigil. And I felt as bad as our runners feel when they get that empty box. But I love my mother, so I did it. Also, we are in 7F1 Fort Knox for DannyPSpeed, and HUmanMustard in Stretchy Boo Fort taking a thwomping from that thwomp. You know, we're on the World 1 airship on MidiGuy's side. F2. Do not compare 7F2 to lightning dodging. They are not one and the same. Oh no. And DannyPSpeed kind of yeeting himself out of Air Force right now. But we are gonna go back with a cloud to skip over that. And gets rewarded with a hammer. And we're in Muncher Run for Fun for HUmanMustard, and we're ending the pain in World 3. The code has been cracked for MidiGuy, and we are going into World 8. So, yeah, Final Fantasy X2 negated everything that Final Fantasy X stood for, and it shouldn't have been done. I stand firm on that. Just play X and enjoy X. Enjoy playing it. It's the greatest thing. It kicks you in the feels. And we have HUmanMustard on the World 5 airship to do battle. It did. Final Fantasy X had some great writing. It did. It kicks you in the field. And MidiGuy finding out that World 8 was free. And why was Midi trying to clip? Now, Midi, you know better. And Tidus going, is one of the lousiest things that I think made the level. You know, I think that made the game, guys. I'm sorry to say it. But getting world champion for Waka, even though Waka's actually broken, if you know how to use him, holy moly, Waka is one of the most broken players out there. And MidiGuy armed with his Fire Flower, we're gonna see 35 bonks on the head for Bowser. Midi ain't playing. And get your GGs out. For MidiGuy, who finishes with a time of 39 minutes and 6 seconds. GG's. No, in the case of getting world champion and blitzball, it's all a matter of who you recruit and knowing how to properly route in blitzball. If you play the outside, like nobody's touching you. Like nobody's literally touching you. And if you recruit the right player, it's over. Speaking of, it's Jover. DannyPSpeed is now in World 8. And we see DannyPSpeed has realized that it is Jover and is going in with a Tanuki suit. You know what? And Midi is saying that hammer. We're going to nuke suit, but the sacrifice is late to nuke suit, which is okay. Game was like, you get hammers. Hammergeddon is what Midi is giving us a gracious commentary. Only at the end. Yeah, hiding behind the goal actually works too. Yeah, if you hide behind the goal, you're literally right there and nobody can block you. So it's great. And DannyPSpeed, armed with a Fire Flower, is about to take out our Dad of the Year Bowser. Gets the kick of disrespect. Gamer Cow would be proud right now. Get your GGs out for our second place finisher. So MidiGuy gets himself 9 points. DannyPSpeed gets 6 points. And let me give you the time for DannyPSpeed, which is 41 minutes and 27 seconds. And HUmanMustard said in chat, I'm not even in World 8 yet, so get your GGs out for HUmanMustard, who has gone ahead and said, I am going to just have us start on game number 2. So he has DNF'd. And I think Boss Dust is going to open up race room number 2. So give us a moment so we can have a TED Talk while Boss Dust opens up room number 2, which he has, oh baby, says, Foolish Overworld. Okay, so that's how you know we're starting off great, when the race room says Foolish Overworld. So we know that Boss Dust is going to roll us a great seed. Because like I said, I saved my rolls for my wonderful Tanukis because they deserve the baby seeds, fire flowers, and the elites of the Kingslayers. You guys are elites. Yeah, Dust, because I roll baby seeds and our runners are too good for a baby seed. You know, people like Jade in chat, you know, who are among the elites in the Fire Flower division, you know, they deserve the not so baby seeds. So I roll for Tanuki only, so that way they get my trademark baby seed. A cloudless all-force warpless seed. Kitsune! Beautiful. Our expert runners would love that. Jimmy! No, Jade actually rolled our Tanukis a very good seed. So Jade is capable of rolling very easy seeds when she puts her mind to it. So give Jade some credit now, chat. She can do it when she wants to. It's just a matter of when she wants to. So give Jade some credit, guys. And Boss Dust is rolled the seed and our runners are getting ready. So they are matching those hashes. We need Chuck Norris to roll a seed. You know, I've got connections, but I don't think I have those connections. Also, guess who's back? Back again. Leslie's back. Tell your friend. And we have one of our living legends, the showman himself, Leslie Pro, has come to join us. Welcome, Leslie. Great to have you in chat. And just to show you, DannyPSpeed has invoked your style of gaming, Leslie, and has been giving us so many Tanuki, endings for the airships. We got so many commands out of DannyPSpeed last game. So it was a great thing to see it. And when you go back to look at the VOD, you will be impressed with all the Tanuks. Also, look at the hash. We have some excellent vines. So we've got lots of vine action going on, our runners. And DannyPSpeed will be up in just a moment, and then Boss Dust will be releasing the Krakens. So hopefully this will be a Plantstravaganza. I can't even say that. A Plantstravaganza. I can't even say it. I'm getting tongue-tied. A Plant Expo. In which, yes, Pepperoni. Every fort is 7F2. Yes. I couldn't say. Plant Extravaganza. Yes, there we go. I couldn't say that to save my soul, Marquis. But I know our runners are gonna be so happy if there was nothing but plants everywhere. You know, we get fire nippers and we get fire flowers, extra plants. Bowser's Greenhouse of Peace, Love, and Doom. Oh my goodness. We have Bowser's Plant Expo, and now we have Bowser's Greenhouse of Peace, Love, and Doom. It is not pain and misery, Jade. It is lots of happiness there, you know. And if you are in the Discord for Super Mario Bros. 3 Rando, you will be in the know of what everyone thinks I see 7F2 as, which is nothing but Mario Wonder, where all of the piranha plants dance and sing and everything is happy. And Dust bringing in one saying Temple of Bliss. So we might as well play the Indiana Jones music according to Dust. And whenever Dust is ready to send them off, he can go right ahead. Oh man, chat is just making up a new lore for 7F2. And I absolutely love it. We're just here to have a good old party, and that's why. Oh, spicy chickens. Oh, man. Oh, baby. Are we talking about the Z2 spicy chicken or my Sprite from Z3? Which ones are we talking about here? Because the Z2, oh, baby. Oh, no. That would be just the inception that we've been waiting for. And SMB3 would never be the same. Never. Never be the same. Because my Sprite is literally the chicken. In fact, that's what my channel Sprite is that of a chicken. So yeah, that would be amazing. And speaking of amazing, we're gonna see. Yeah, I know you use Inuyasha. I moved between Sailor Mars and the actual Kaku from Z3, which is absolutely hilarious to see, you know, me when I'm in the Dark World one, and you see this little skelly chicken running around. So, yeah, boy. All right, so now we are going to see our runners. Most of them are going to go into World 4. Except for MidiGuy, who is bold strategizing Cotton into World 1, getting it onesie and dunsy. I am quite shocked by this, but hey. Alright, getting a Tozzle Star. Thinking he was gonna clip and then remembering that I can't do it. And yeah, this is a one and done. So now we're gonna get the quick boom boom kill, and World 1 will be done quickly for MidiGuy. So let's see how this actually factors in. The only problem is that wasn't the right fort. And the right fort is actually the Navy, which I know chat is saluting. Because chat is always on top of things. Good deal. So, on DannyPSpeed and HUmanMustard's side, we are looking at the greatest sort of level ever, and that is 5-3 with a very tame enemy set. So, you know, this enemy set is awfully tame for our runners. The Son of Fun giving HUmanMustard a party right now did have to sacrifice 2 of his power-ups, but that's okay. 5-3 is onesie and dunsy, and you gotta love that glitch Son of Fun. DannyPSpeed is now on the World 4 airship. So now we're gonna see, we're probably gonna get the fire kill on Iggy. Meanwhile, we have a MidiGuy side still in World 1 with that wonderful glitched out Piranha taking Midi's Fire Flower. And we're going to see DannyPSpeed finish World 1 first, World 4 first. And Midi, ooh, yuck. 6-6. So this World 1 wasn't the greatest of World 1s considering what it had. So and now we are in World 5 for DannyPSpeed going through the Yuck Fort, Troll Fort. Yeah, 6-6 is absolute hot garbo. And then we have, and I meant to say, I called it Troll Fort, it's Donut Fort action for DannyPSpeed. Got some run for fun action going on. In the beta stage for DannyPSpeed. Meanwhile, we have Donut Fort action going on for HUmanMustard. MidiGuy getting himself a cloud. And now we're gonna try to rush to that spite, to that pipe on DannyPSpeed side. World 1 airship for MidiGuy. Let's see what Larry has to offer. Not chonky. We're gonna get hybrid kill there. So fire kill going. Alright, let's see now. We're going up the pipe on DannyPSpeed side. Let's see where it puts us out. And we're gonna have to visit that fort. And we have Beta 1-5 on DannyPSpeed side. Oh, baby, gotta love Beta 1-5. Chock full of enemies, but not one power-up. It just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. HUmanMustard getting himself a cloud from the bro. And hammers do break locks, everybody. Alright, and we're in World 3 for MidiGuy. Dealing with some fire bros and a water towel, the World 3 set. And gets rewarded with a big hot style of nothing. So, let's see what we got here. And we have some World 4 action, in which the enemies are not so bad. And we have Beta 1-5 on HUmanMustard side. DannyPSpeed beating up poor innocent Boom Boom. And there's the actual troll fort for DannyPSpeed. You gotta love it. Pay the troll. And now we're getting some boomerang bolt bros on the World 2 tile set. Gets rewarded with a fire flower mini. Meanwhile, we have some water towel action to nuke. Reward gotten. And let's see MidiGuy going through the pipe. And now we're gonna get for MidiGuy, another beta. And we're gonna be swimming in the beta. And DannyPSpeed. And we have another bro for HUmanMustard gets rewarded with a fire flower. So pretty soon we're gonna be boarding the airship on HUmanMustard's side. Meanwhile, DannyPSpeed is already there. We have hopped over the mast and now we are in there to do battle against a chunky but very weak needs to take a little bit of a mail order muscle course. He got one part of it right in being earthquakey, but needed to get a little bit stronger, if you know what I mean, guys. But that's the way that our famous guy works. And HUmanMustard trying to go for a first class clip and not realizing again maybe that you can't clip. And we are moving on. World 5 is done on DannyPSpeed's side. And we are doing World 1 for DannyPSpeed. And HUmanMustard realizing that Roy needs a mail order muscle course. And MidiGuy now has beaten up on La Princesa. And World 3, we are moving on up and out with that hammer. And I think, is it me or does World 1 not show up as done for Midi? Does World 1 show up as done for you? And Super Tank action where Midi does take an unfortunate Thank you, Dust. You're amazing. You know technical stuff does happen. Cause I was like, I thought the Midi did 2 levels, but you know. But Air Force action, get your salutes out for Midi, who's working for the hardest working military. Meanwhile, on DannyPSpeed's side, we have the Navy, where everyone's having fun in the Navy. And we have Firebro action and getting a Kingslayer. Woo-wee! And that's World 6 that has a Kingslayer. So keep that in your noggins, chat, to see if our runners all manage to take out that bro and get a Kingslayer, so they will be locked and loaded for Bowser's crib. And we have some tank action on MidiGuy. So and we had Atlantis making an appearance, but well, well, you know, I kind of don't like the fact that Atlantis was dodged, you know. One does not dodge Atlantis. Also, 6-6 now for DannyPSpeed. And it's a sad day. Yes, Mustard is broker than a joker. To dodge the best level Atlantis. Sorry, chat. HUmanMustard said you are going to be denied Atlantis. So we are denied Atlantis. DannyPSpeed and MidiGuy still can go after and maybe be forced to do Atlantis. We can all hope. But DannyPSpeed getting that cloud is showing some slim chances on that happening, chat. So Atlantis may be a negative Ghost Rider. So we have Larry who's about to bite the dust. We have bootleg fort action going on HUmanMustard's side. And World 2, we are about to see MidiGuy do some pipe action. And we're gonna see the bro get broed for despair and anguish. Meanwhile, the clouds are opening up over here. So if you hear thunder, please forgive. That is just Florida being Florida. And we have Roy's airship action for Morton Cooper Jr., who is not as bad as he was before, 4-hitter. So before he was sodium free. Get out of my state. Oh no, chat's trying to kick me out of where I live. I love it. In the Navy for HUmanMustard. Meanwhile, I'm getting booted out of my own state. But DannyPSpeed's not getting booted out of his level. He is exiting on his own. And we're getting a leaf for MidiGuy's hard work. We're going into World 4 on MidiGuy's side. Oh, okay. I am in. We know the origin of Florida. Listen, I live in Disney country, okay? There's no Florida woman over here. So, we have Spike Fort action. No, that's not Polk County. That's Orange County. So, Spike Fort action 6-6 going for HUmanMustard and going to beat up on La Princesa. Danny. They just don't know it. We're Polk County, nice. Also on MidiGuy's side, 5-3 action. And we have DannyPSpeed about to beat up on poor La Princesa, our fashionista. And the fact that I just got called Polk County, I love it. Also on HUmanMustard's side, we are just know, JD, that we ride alligators to work every day. And HUmanMustard now getting ready to board the airship, the Whirlwind airship, to do battle against Larry Cooper. And we have lava fart action going on DannyPSpeed's side. And we have the World 4 airship going on, Iggy's airship going on MidiGuy, where Iggy thinks he has a home field advantage. And with that hitbox, I would say so. MidiGuy in some dangerous territory. Has to be very careful. Does emerge triumphant over Iggy. Well, you know, no. That's why we have the gator lane on the highway. We wrestle gators for weekend entertainment because that is their day off and that's their second job, JD. But I live in the flower kingdom of Super Mario Wonder. Yes, that is my vacation destination. And we get a P-Wing for MidiGuy. MidiGuy's going into World 5 right now. You know, MidiGuy is going in Vanilla World Order. Could MidiGuy be giving you guys in chat what you want? Vanilla World Order? Could MidiGuy be doing a showman? Flower Kingdom is, you know, he went semi-world order. All right, semi-vanilla world order. It's semi-vanilla world order. We'll just say that he was a little, you know, mixed up there. And, you know, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5. We'll just say he was educated here in Florida. Just educated here. Yeah, he was here and he kind of lost track. And on HUmanMustard side, one of our blessed levels, 5'9". He came here on vacation. Lovely. So 5'9", we found one of our blessed levels on HUmanMustard side. But 1, 3, 2, 4, you know what? That's vanilla world order to me. We'll go with that, chat. We'll go with that. Also, we are in one of our blessed piranha stages on DannyPSpeed side. Gets rewarded with a Radio Shack cassette player. Oh, baby. You get to hear Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby on repeat. So get ready to hear that dun 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 cat dun 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 dun. So, MidiGuy getting something to put our Hammer Bros and ships to sleep. MidiGuy about to do a battle and find out that Chonky Roy is a little bit in need of a mail order muscle course. No, I didn't do 10 seconds worth. So, as you know, the one thing that we haven't seen, oh boy, we are having a sing-along in chat, and I love it. I love it. Because Midi just broke my headcanon by going to Pipeland before Ice World. So, as we Luddy was 5 hits, and that means he has masterfully created a concerto. He is Beethoven and Mozart today. And MidiGuy has picked on poor little innocent Boom Boom, and DannyPSpeed has yeeted himself out of 2 up for 6. I refuse to acknowledge. I know he's canonically Ludwig van Beethoven, but I refuse to acknowledge him as being one of my favorite composers, because most of the time he is never 5 hits. So he will always be that bootleg Dollar Tree version that you get on Discount Wednesdays. He's not even the full $1.25 anymore. So no, he'll be Beethoven for today. I'll let him be. I'll let him be Amadeus Wolfgang Cooper today. Jade, he is one hit. Ludwig von Easy Bake Oven. Oh my goodness. Chat. Also, we are about to do battle with La Princesa, our fashionista for HUmanMustard. And chat, do you see what I see on DannyPSpeed side? We are seeing a full-blown Atlantis for you. Now we're getting the easy version Beethoven that we learned on our recorders in elementary school. So, and HUmanMustard has taken out La Princesa. Meanwhile, we're gonna get cassette action on MidiGuy. DannyPSpeed is trudging through Atlantis. Wait, Kitsune had a violin in elementary school. Most of us that went to school had those $5 recorders. And we played Three Blind Mice. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. And that was the extent of our music lessons. MidiGuy taking on the Concerto Master. And boy, oh boy, the memories of being in a New York City public school. And I wasn't even in a public school. I was in a Catholic school. That's what made it even better. And we have tank action on HUmanMustard's side. DannyPSpeed using his best P-Speed strats to yeet himself out of that stage. And we are moving on to do battle with our Clown Prince of Koopas. Wait, you guys got good instruments. I got a recorder, and the rest we had to do voice. You guys got good instruments. We had the recorder and we had voice. So, on HUmanMustard's side, HUmanMustard had yeeted himself off the airship. So we are about to do a redo. So it's going to be HUmanMustard versus the airships part duh. And we have Raccoon Mario taking out poor innocent Lemmy, who just wanted to introduce everybody to circus life. And now we are going to do battle against, eventually, against our salty talk show host, MidiGuy now. Getting to see that Atlantis is here and it is here to stay. So we have some tank action going for DannyPSpeed and Small Bean Ouija going up against the bros getting his Kingslayer. Cause Midi is broker than a joker, folks. And in the Mushroom Kingdom, they don't take Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. And guess what? They don't take Discover either. And all that is up there is a Tozzle Star. So, oh wow. You know what, chat? My elementary school had a choir. and we sang so bad that the dogs in the pound next door would sing along with us, but I think they weren't singing along with us. They were just in pain. Like, real talk. Just like Midi is in pain right now. Midi trying and hoping he can find a power-up. So now we are going to quickly finish this stage, is what I thought. Oh no, Midi, what's going on here? Okay, so Midi now has the power-up to go into Atlantis. He needed some money, because this is what happens when you got poor people problems. The struggle is real, so Midi had to go to another level to panhandle and beg for some cash. And we have DannyPSpeed right now, who is zoomed through airships. Okay, so as Midi suffers through Atlantis, and I just lost about 3 years of my life from that last thunderbolt that just crashed in front of my house. Oh, heart attack here. Okay, so as Midi now has a tail, as it goes through the Electro minefield of Atlantis, sacrificing that tail. And Mustard is cracking the code, and we just learned that he is in 3F2, which means that this is a valid seed for Boss Dust. And Leslie hoping for 4 bridges, which means that we get to hope for 4 bridges when Leslie is racing. Alright, so and Leslie's saying, let's go! 4 bridges for B as well. So chat, keep that in mind. And Jade is like, I think Jade is playing with Leslie next time. So Jade is like, oh no you don't. And look what we also see. 8 Fort in World 8. So not only is it valid, it is traditional or acceptable. One of those. I can never get my rando terms right. Also, not getting it on the first try, we will try to power up. Let's see what it gives. A mushroom. So, good deal. And we're going to get the fire traditional. Okay, so we have valid and traditional for Boss Dust. And Midi has cracked the code. DannyPSpeed has cracked the code. So both of our runners will be entering on Mustard's tail right now, literally. And now it's going to come down to execution and who can find the way the quickest. Now, Mustard does have the exploration advantage in that he got there first. But we know that with World 8, it is known as the equalizer for a reason. And with that being said, Mustard has found the way. So, Froggy has found the way, and we know for sure he is not going to invoke anything but his Kingslayer. And for those of you who wanted 4 bridges, sorry to break it to you, it is a no bridger. Okay, so armed with his Kingslayer we have HUmanMustard entering into Bowser's crypt at 32 minutes roughly and a couple seconds. So good on Froggy for that. And going downstairs, dodging the discs, very good. Taking the top route, so we are going to be seeing in just a moment. Alright, since it's vanilla lasers, you know it's not going to be a scam laser, so in just a moment we're going to say hi and bye Bowser. Does the sacrifice swag go? Everybody get your GGs out for our frog tactician who has come in first. Alright, so now we have a good comeback by our frog tactician. And that's finishing with a time of 3s. Go figure. 33 minutes and 3 seconds. Give it up for HUmanMustard. Let's go. And now we're gonna see DannyPSpeed coming in just a minute, with Alaska blocking the way for DannyPSpeed. And MidiGuy is going to be coming in next, I believe, once Midi finds the way. Alright, DannyPSpeed has cleared Alaska, which means that he is arming his Kingslayer. And we are moving into Casa de Bowser. Midi is gonna be hot on his tail, but pretty much, I like how DannyPSpeed did almost try to clip. But we are going downstairs. Alright, so we're going upstairs. Alright, so now we're going to be seeing in just a moment MidiGuy entering Casa de Bowser with his hammer suit. So, DannyPSpeed is going to be finishing this in just a second. Hi and bye Bowser gets the disrespectful Calicious kick. Like I said, Gamer Cal has been invoked, and Gamer Cal would be proud of the disrespect. MidiGuy taking an unfortunate hit, so Midi is going to get the traditional kill. Yep. So we're gonna see a traditional kill on, or maybe going for the second power-up? Yeah. So we're going to see Midi go downstairs to see what the second power-up in Bowser's crib is. And it is a leaf. That is Sad Panda. So we're going to see a traditional Bowser kill for Midi. So second place and 6 points goes to DannyPSpeed with a 35-31. So in a minute, oh, Midi, be careful. So MidiGuy versus Bowser partner and doesn't have enough money. And we have our fast DLP who yeeted himself out of here and into the race and into Discord to join me. Hello, Danny. GG's to you, my friend.
Hey, thank you.
I know that you were happy to see that, Kingslayer, and thank you so much for disrespecting Bowser with those kicks at the end.
Of course. Yeah, really interesting couple of seeds. The first one, I didn't use my hammers efficiently enough to win, and I died twice at the end of auto-scrollers. The first one, I took damage because I pressed jump as soon as a cannonball was coming out, otherwise I wouldn't have, and that kind of threw me off. And then I bounced off of a shell at the end of 3-6 instead of landing on the platform. That threw me off completely. And then something with Larry, I died, so I didn't play very well in the first one. And then the second one, I executed really well. I think I played really, really well in all the levels, but the items just weren't timely enough. I didn't have clouds for auto-scrollers, and I probably made a mistake in World 7 by double clouding and it not at least seeing what one of the levels are, because clouding is king in this setting to get over the auto-scrollers. Clouds and hammers, and I just didn't get lucky enough to win, and Mustard and MidiGuy played really well, but I'll take 2 seconds. That's it's not bad for league positioning wise to make the finals, so
yeah,
can't really
right
complain
now,
about that.
You are at 30 points, Midi's at 24, and Mustard with that win boosted him up to 21 points. So, you know, things in the Kingslayer division looking pretty good for you, friend. Looking really good for you. You still got 2 more weeks of fun, which I think one of them is the much anticipated scavenger hunt. And then the second one is Kaizo. And GG's to you, Midi. Thank you for that wonderful commentary in game 1. And game number 2, you showed us what gaming with poverty mode is.
Yeah, I couldn't get items to save my life at all. That's why I went to that stage after getting to Atlantis, just to get a few coins so I could use a mushroom. Which in the end, well, no, I'm still glad I used it. But yeah,
I had tons of items, both seeds. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't really need to use them that often. And the items, I only did maybe 3 practice seeds going into this, and every seed I did, I just got really timely items, and it made the routing really easy. And I also coincidentally didn't get that many auto-scrollers in practice, so it was really a challenge to try to route that. But it's fun thinking about the game a different way and not just plowing through from start to finish.
For sure, for sure. First seed, I think we got quite a few auto-scrollers overall. Every time I was like, please let this fort not be one of the auto-scrolling. Okay, yep. Of course it is.
Military stages are just brutal.
Yeah, the super tank stage in particular, like, I was like in indecisive mode on when I first saw it, so I took a death there, and I went to do Air Force. Of course, there's another auto-scroller there. I was hoping it was not, but I plowed through it anyway. And then I went back, I guess I'll just do the stage, and then I took a death afterward, being indecisive and all, and just clouded it. Turns out that was a fine play, but I wish I had decided quicker about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, as for Seed 1, I spent the entire seed looking for at least 2 hammers to double hammer World 3, which would have been the God Hammer strat. Never could, so I just used a single hammer to get rid of that one lock. And then later on, and of course in World 3, during that time is when I get the other hammer to be able to hammer the lock in World 8 to just get straight to the end. So that one worked out, but dang, the journey was kind of grueling. Just not getting any hammers.
Yeah, I think people, the meta or whatever. I'm not saying any way that people play is wrong, but I think the double hammer play in 3 when people get 2 hammers, I think it's a little overrated to go for it right away. Just because if you're not saving like at least 5 levels there's probably a better place to use it. I can't remember the first seed, but like the second seed, you didn't need a hammer. Best it would have saved was like 3 levels. So I think, when you got 1, which is usually 3, and then 6, which can save the whole world, and 7, I just think hammers are better played than in World 3, unless like you have nothing else, or you check it and it's like, okay, yeah, I can save 5 or 6 levels, but obviously it's still developing strategy.
Yeah, that's why I guess that's why I did World 1 first, because I checked World 1 and 3 before even starting, and I saw World 1 we could benefit, so I was like, okay, I'll do World 1 if I get a hammer, and sure enough. And
yeah,
then it just took forever to get 2.
Yeah. I hammered in 6 in Seed 1, that saved 1 level, as I went to 6 early, because I had the hammer in hopes of maybe getting another one from the bros, but of course, they didn't give 1, and it only saved 1 level, so I lost 3 levels to you there in World 1, and then, like I said, took 2 cheap deaths at the end of 2 auto-scrollers, and to Larry at the end of the ship, it's like, I'm not going to win when that happens. so GG's.
Yeah, that's rough with the auto-scrolls. That definitely adds a lot more weight to getting more clouds overall as well, which... we got a decent amount. It could have been better, it could have been worse, but yeah, that's for sure. Whenever there's a cloud, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hang on to this until I see an auto-scroller and nothing else. Like, I almost decided to not skip 7-5, just how much more I would want to do auto-scrollers.
I didn't skip it.
I went there with a tail. What was I thinking? I should have just played it.
Oh,
that was the first seed, but still.
That was the other quote-unquote big brain play that I had. Was I went to 5 and I saw that it was 7-4 to start, and since I didn't have a lot of lives, I said I'm going to go do a different world. If I find a cloud, I'm going to come back, cloud over, take the game over after I beat the fort, which is what I did, and it might have been a good play. However, I had to play 7-5 instead, which is not much faster, and then I had to take like 4 deaths to get the intentional game over, so I maybe saved a little bit of time, but it was just, there were better plays, certainly, and I just wasn't in position to win that first seed, I don't think.
Shame whistles don't save those finished forts, otherwise that would have been the ideal strat to do with that, but no.
Yeah, I also, there was a point in 3 that I went back, you could navigate your way through it pretty quickly, I don't even remember at this point. I was going to make a point, but I'm having seed bleed, and I don't know if it's true, so I'm just going to stop right there, and I'll just be done.
What was the question?
World 3 of Seed 2 was actually pretty interesting. It gave you the impressions that, alright, double hammer will not be handy at all here, and you just go through the pipe, and though if you would have had a single hammer, World 3 would have been completely free in Seed 2, since you could just hammer that lock that was right in front of the other pipe, because it was only 1 fort, and then just go on the pipe and get to win.
Yep.
That was my thought process when I did it the roundabout way.
It was.
I did that first.
It was free.
I think if you took the pipe, I think you only had to play 2 levels to to get
just 2.
So it wasn't too bad.
No, 3 was pretty tame, all things considered.
Surprisingly, World 8 was free. Like, the World 8s were really tame. They were not that bad.
If you had a hammer in the first seed, and the second one, it was I got kind of lucky on the hand bridge. I went for the third pipe instead of the first one, and that kind of took me to the end.
Yeah,
dang.
It was basically gatekeep for 3F2 and you're good to go. Like, it wasn't really anything, and just take the right pipe, or if you have hammer, take the right pipe. Mm-hmm. And you're, in World 1, the first game, I mean, and then the second one was just free. And Mustard, he just snuck in. I was doing comps for everybody. And for a while there, even though Midi got 3 and 2, a little bit in reverse, I thought you were doing Vanilla World Order just to give chat what they wanted. And then you switched it up with 7 and then 6 at the end. And, Danny, you were just going fast. You were just going fast. So everybody was just going, just so fast. Midi, you started World 1. And you had some people scratching their heads there.
Yeah, well, I didn't see any locks or anything in the way. I mean, there was 2 forts, and I was like, all right. Regardless of hammers or not, I saw myself doing at least 1 fort. Of course, I saw an auto-scroller the second time. I was like, okay, maybe I should have just got out of there and just tried to get a hammer anyway. But at least it was Air Force, I believe, in World 1, which wasn't too bad. No, sorry, no, it wasn't. No, it was Navy. Yeah, it was Navy.
Yeah, it was Navy.
That's right. Yeah, that was definitely a bit longer.
And you had 6-6. And you had 6-6 too.
Yeah, on top of that. That was a fun World 1.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I played 6-6 in both seeds, that's right.
Yeah, fun times.
Yep. But, yeah, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to take off, so thanks for the race.
Yes,
and
thank you so much, and Gigi's.
Looking forward to it. To week 3.
To the both of you again. Week 3 is scavenger hunt, so I know both of you guys are excited about that. To find the items that help you find the way. And will it be the same way of 5 worlds and 8 items, or however it was last night?
As far as I know, yeah. I believe that's how it's got to go, yeah.
Yep, 5 world, 8 items. I wanted to... I didn't realize the whistle counted as an item, but we're still going to keep it at 8. Yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot of practice with it, but I kept the worlds kind of low so that you could really see some divergence and try to see who can find the items the fastest. And also very important to note that the peach letters potentially give hints. And when I practice this and I get to the peach letter, I skip through it so fast, even when I'm playing these flags. So it's going to be really important to remember, because I'm sure most of the players do that. So.
Yeah, same.
If you guys want, I don't know if Boss Diesel will be okay with it. We can run another scavenger hunt weekly if you guys are up for it, so you guys can get another practice session and have some fun with it.
Yeah,
it'd be fun. I don't know if I'd be able to make it, but if I can,
yeah, not sure if I can, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, just everybody gets a practice, an official practice, since a lot of our guys don't always have the time. We can always feature one on the weekly, like Kaizo and all that good stuff, so that way everyone can have some fun.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea to show off the flag sets before that round starts. So I'm all for it.
All right, so I'll get with Diesel and we can get that set up for the weekly for the next one. Whoever is going to do comms and all that good stuff. I'm not going to roll it because I only roll baby seeds. So I got to get good before I can roll for you big shots. But it was great, and GG's to you both. both of you guys, go enjoy the rest of your evening now that you have conquered this and gotten it out of your way for the week.
All right, we'll see you.
For sure. All right,
Take care.
Yep. Take care.
All right, everybody. We had one heck of a league match between our elites. GG's to all three runners, to MidiGuy, to DannyPSpeed, and to our frog tactician, HUmanMustard, who did not join us this time in chat. Our scores are, to repeat it again, Danny with 30 points, Midi with 24 points, and HUmanMustard with 21 points. For those of you in chat, if you can slap the exclamation R, so that way you guys can give our runners a big old fat follow, because they are truly the excellence of execution, the Mr. Perfects and Bret Harts of the random community. If you can also give my tracker, who is the greatest tracker that ever did track, the one and only living legend Dust Minion, who I always call Boss Dust, a big old fat follow as well. We would love it because he is absolutely amazing. I must give thanks to SpeedGaming for hosting us and the league every week, and also our weeklies. You know, without you, we wouldn't be here to chat. It's always a party when you guys are here, and I love you for it. You know, without you and the love you give our community, I don't know where we would be. And speaking of our community, I don't know if Boss Dust can give you our Discord information, because our Discord is the place to be for everything Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, you know, for our league, for our runners. For those of you who are interested in becoming a part of our randomizer community, join, because we have some of the funnest and bestest people on the planet. We are a great big old family, and it is the place to be, guys. So, for a chat, and those of you who are watching on the video on demand, we love you. And on that note, before all of my power goes out from the storm that's currently going on, I wish you guys the bestest night ever. Thank you so much to everyone. Take care and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.